Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here, welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter Generations, and of course another episode of Mix Set Monday. In the last episode we took a look at a Tropic Hunter set from Canto.me, an awesome Monster Hunter streamer, part of the Puggy Platoon, but this week we are turning our attention to a really cool Absolute Evade Lance set from S-ATAIII. Now this set here is really awesome. You guys might remember way back in For Ultimate, I kind of got into Evade Lancing. That was definitely one of my favourite things for quite a long time. And something that I'm sure some of you guys know about, some of you may not, is the notion of Absolute Evade Lancing in Monster Hunter Generations or Monster Hunter Cross. It basically utilises Striker Lance and the two Absolute Evasion skills, Absolute Evade and Absolute Readiness, in combination with the Lance Charge to basically make it so that you have pretty much 100% uptime on those skills, so you can dodge whenever you want and you can do some pretty insane damage. I will speak more about that style at the end of the video, but for the time being, let's turn our attention to the set. So if you do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below if you have any questions. But first things first, this is what it looks like. Now, S-ATAIII mentioned that he calls this the Frozen Rathalos set because that's what his friend said it looked like, which I can kind of see. You have Rathalos parts poking out with the Eucanalos parts, so it kind of makes it look like part of it is frozen. But the actual equipment itself is the Rathalos S cap and folds, the Rathalos R braces, and the Eucanalos chest and the legs. As for the talisman, based on S-ATAIII's recommendation, he said you will need a +3 sharpness 3-slot talisman. However, in this situation, I didn't have that. I had a +5 2-slot. So you can make it work either way. But in my situation, if you're going to have a +5 3-slot, then you're going to need 1 Razor Jewel 1 in the gloves, and then 2 Tenderizer Jewel 1s in the waist, and 2 more Tenderizer Jewel 1s in the talisman. If on the other hand you have the +3 3-slot, then you would put a Tenderizer Jewel 3 in the talisman, and Razor Jewel 1s in the gloves and the waist. Either way works, but once you have it all assembled, you will then have Attack Up Large, Razor Sharp, and Weakness Exploit. Attack Up Large, of course, greatly increase your attack, and that equates to +20. Razor Sharp halves the rate at which your weapon loses sharpness, and this is crucial in this style of play because Absolute Evade Lancing makes heavy use of the Lance Charge, the one where you basically start stampeding towards the monster, but if you guys have used that in the past, you will also know that rips through your sharpness. So Razor Sharp is definitely a must-have in this one unless you want to basically end up on red sharpness all the time. And as for Weakness Exploit, this increases affinity when striking body parts that your attacks are highly effective against. And here's a very quick look at the skill detail screen, just in case you guys want to see how these stats are distributed. So, with that being said, there's not really much kind of coloration options on this, so you basically have, you know, what you see is what you get. There are very little bits you can colour on the kind of Eucanalos parts, but besides that, it is going to look like a pretty bulky set. You're also going to want to get a lance with this one. The Hellblade lance is a really good one. There are, of course, many other options, but that is what I'm running with. And as for the actual style itself, as mentioned, you're going to want to run Striker style, and you're going to want to grab Enraged Guard, ideally level 3, I just haven't got around to unlocking it. But the most important ones are Absolute Evasion and Absolute Readiness. Absolute Evasion you'll have from the start of the game. Absolute Readiness, there is a 3-star quest you'll need to complete in the Hunter's Hub, and once you do that, you'll get that skill. And the main reason you have these is because they charge incredibly fast, and also if you have a Deviant weapon, they're going to charge even faster, because Deviant weapons charge arts much faster than regular weapons. Then when you're actually in the hunt, what you're basically going to be doing is making heavy use of the Lance Charge, which for those of you guys wondering is you break up your shield and you press X and A together. You'll then charge like this. I would recommend pairing this with Mega Dash Juice because you are going to be depleting your stamina. But the cool thing about doing this in Striker is that this basically acts as like the first hit in a combo. You can go straight from a charge into a combo thereafter. So you can of course use your X attack or your A attack depending on where you are. Try and get some A attacks in there if you can because they do a little bit more damage. But you'll then do that and you basically repeat the process. Anytime you're about to be hit, you use one of your 2 evasion skills. So if you've mapped them to the bottom 2 slots and you happen to have a new 3DS, you can then just tap ZL or ZR. And when you are using that, you are completely invulnerable throughout the whole thing. The Absolute Evasion skill puts your weapon away, and the Absolute Readiness one leaves your weapon out and also sharpens your weapon. So both really good, both charge very fast, and if you can maintain the core sort of playstyle for this, which is just charge into the monster, follow up into a combo, charge again, combo again, then 99% of the time, at least one of your 2 evasion skills should always be ready to go. And of course, once it is ready, you can use Enraged Guard to basically power up your lance even more to do even more damage. So it's a really fun way to play. If you haven't tried playing this, definitely give it a shot, especially if maybe you haven't considered lance before. Maybe it felt a little bit sluggish to you. Definitely try playing like this. It will take a little bit of getting used to, but it is a hell of a lot of fun to mess around with. But for the time being, that is it. So thank you very much to S-ATAIII for the recommendation. Again, if you guys want to submit your own sets, then drop them in the comments down below, and I'll pick one for the next episode, which will of course be in 2 weeks. But for the time being, thank you for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.